Go.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Games Cage. And this week we're going to talk about video games from the Games Cage because we all like games. Our host is Fidel. Fidel, you want to take over?
Yes, hello. It's me, Mr. Games Cage from the Games Cage. I'm the host of the Games Cage and the Games Cage podcast. I'd like to introduce my cast today. I have with me Mr. Paya1. Mr. Paya1, how are you?
I'm very good. And you? How are you?
I'm great. I also have with me Mr. Johnny Lockstone. Mr. Johnny Lockstone, how are you?
I'm fantastic.
That's great to hear. And we also have with us Mr. Storm Yorha. Mr. Storm Yorha, how are you?
Johnny locked my son away.
Why would he do that?
Yeah, it's my job.
Johnny locks son.
It's my job.
I don't.
Wow.
That's fucked up, man. That's
Yeah,
a little,
it is.
a little
I'm
sick in
shocked.
the head. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. It's a little.
But it's my job.
It's not your job.
Yeah, it's my job.
You don't
I
have
don't
to
want
make
to do
a
it.
job.
It's my job to do it.
That's fucked up.
You're,
No, it's
you're
like
sick.
it's my role in life, you know.
You're
Yeah,
a
I
little sick
get
in
it.
the head.
No, it's my,
You also
it's my name,
speak in
so I
other
have to live
places.
up to it.
I'm not okay with this, you know?
No, I had to.
Well, you know what else you have to? You have to talk about video games because this week we have stuff to talk about. We've all finally beat The Last of Us. We're all playing motherfucking Spongebob except Pio. It's okay though. There's been a Cyberpunk event. There was a Smash reveal. There was a horrible Avengers. There's a lot of shit to talk about. All right. So in this week we're gonna get right into this. So what are we? I'm thinking. Let me feel the room. Okay, let's go with Last of Us, right? Because I think Last of Us, it was Paya who had beaten it last time. The rest of us were about halfway through, and obviously now Paya's beaten it 3 times.
Yes, correct.
So now that we've all beaten it, right, and now that we've all had, we've all had our time to marinate and think about the story and the ending and all that stuff. How do we feel, Johnny? How about you go first? How'd you feel about Last of Us 2 overall now?
It's a great game. I actually loved playing it. Even though there's some frustrating moments, like in the open world of Seattle,
Right.
having to like look through every area, like every like building and all that stuff.
Right.
I mean, there's some part in the story, like the ending, I hated. Like, I know people
Oh, you
love
hated the
ending,
ending.
but
Interesting.
yeah, I hated it. I despised it
Okay.
because like, and also I hate how like they introduce new people
Mhm.
and then they fuck them over,
Okay.
and like especially with Ellie and Dina, I wanted more of their backstory, but the
Right.
game was nothing about that.
Well,
And
to
also-
counter that, in the business areas, there are a lot of notes about Dina that tell her like some extra backstory.
But I actually wanted to actually see the cutscenes, you know.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Yeah, like I read them all, but I rather watch the cutscenes than actually like have to read.
Imagine reading, bro, in 2020.
Hey, what the fuck, man? It's
We're
just
out here.
fucked
We
up,
watch
bro.
things.
All right, we're out here. When I'm playing a PlayStation game, I want to watch the cutscenes. All right.
Hell yeah!
So I'm here for.
I
Okay,
want to
cool.
watch the gameplay.
Watch it. All right. How about Jeff, Mr. Yorha?
Yeah?
Now that you've beaten the game, I know you put some thoughts out on Twitter, but for people that don't check your Twitter, what were your overall thoughts on the game?
Who doesn't check Jeff's Twitter though?
I don't
That's
know.
a good question.
Someone.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
Mhm.
It's I like the first one way more.
Okay.
The gameplay, everything about the gameplay is just way better.
Okay.
Like
okay.
it's way smoother. It's way more reactive, and like you can, let's say like, it's not as scripted as the first game.
Right.
But like the first game, you only have 2 gameplay shows. You either shoot someone, you throw a break, and you fucking middle them. It's
Right.
like so. It's so like close.
Mm-hmm.
You can be creative with the gameplay in the first game.
Right.
But in this game, you can do some like way more creative shit. They actually it's more open. You know,
Yeah, you have a lot more.
they let you
weapons
do
and
way
stuff.
more stuff in the gameplay, which is great.
Mhm.
But at the same time, they want you to feel bad about killing people. And they made the gameplay so fun. So what the fuck? So you just want to kill people, and you don't even think about the context of the game.
You didn't feel bad about killing Jason?
No.
Or Bob?
Nope.
Damn, bro.
Not even the dogs.
Not even the dogs. There isn't even that many dogs. Though. I think it was like 5. How many dogs are there really? I don't remember that
I
many
think
dogs.
like 7 or 8 something.
Yeah, it's like just a handful. It's not
Yeah.
like you're killing dogs left and right.
Nah, you when you see dogs, it's very rare.
True.
Yeah.
So like the gameplay part, I'm enjoying. Like it's not like this. It's not Metal Gear Solid 5 to me. Like it's not that fucking insane, unlimited gameplay. But it does its job. Like it's probably the most fun Naughty Dog game in terms of gameplay.
Right.
But Jeff, like you put the hardest mode, right?
I put what?
The hardest mode, like the survival mode.
Yeah, I put it on survival.
So is like the AI actually smart, or are they actually?
Yeah, it actually is smart in survival. Like the way that detects you makes sense. Because if you make a noise somewhere, they're gonna head to the part where you make the noise. You know.
Oh, okay. If
they're gonna like alert everyone, and everyone will be on the ground. And then if you start shooting, and then you run as soon as you shoot, like let's say they heard you shoot, right? And before they turn away to look at your direction, you run away already. You're like hiding in the fucking in the grass. They won't detect you because it's realistic. They just heard you. They didn't see you.
Right.
Even if it's 1 second close, you know. Like it's stuff like this that makes the AI way more like human. Like it makes sense now, like the way that they see you, they search for you.
Okay.
Yeah, and at least in Survivor, I don't know about normal like other things like that.
And then story-wise, you were.
And story-wise, no. Before I get to the story, I'm talking the pace. The pacing is it's all over the place. It's like the same Uncharted 4 issue I had. Like the pacing, it's all over the place. Sometimes it's fast-paced, sometimes it's slow, sometimes like you have flashbacks, you don't like you have a fucking big story moment and then you have flashback and then you play as a new character and after that you play as another new character. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay.
Like the pacing is all over the place. I didn't like the fact that you had to restart the game after the second half.
Right.
Oh,
like it made you you had to like search for like everything again, you had to upgrade again. Like
yeah, no. Well, granted, it's a different skill tree. Like, it's not like it's like.
But it still feels like you restarted everything you did. You know.
Fair. That's a fair point.
And then on top of that, they let you on a cliffhanger, and they started a new story about something you don't care about, at least for now.
Interesting. Okay.
And so like it felt like so. It killed the game for me that part. And then, let's talk about the story.
Yeah.
The first half was issue, but it was decent. Like it was smooth to me. Like I didn't have major issue. I didn't care that a character died or something. What I care about is how they made it happen, you know.
Right.
Like it makes sense that person died after what they did in the first game.
Yeah.
So, and then the second half happened. They start again with like a new character, and instead of like making you see what like Ellie did in the first half, they completely launch a new storyline. That new character you don't give a shit about.
Okay.
It's like a side story that they force you to play before they let you on a cliffhanger on the first part. That fucking I didn't understand why they made that choice. And then the entire game they try so hard to make you like Abby.
Right.
That entire like side storyline for 10 hours is just like a way to make you like Abby. That's the only way they found, I guess. And then you have character acting stupid. You have that pregnant lady that goes on the fucking the front line. She's pregnant. She goes on the front line. And then after that, she yells at Abby, or like, "Don't stay away from this kid. You're gonna fuck up. You don't have to tell anyone how to like fucking act with kids. Like you are pregnant and you go on the front line. What the fuck?
What the fuck are you talking about?
You have a lot of dumb shows like that in the game, like just to keep the story going. And then, what else? Yeah, I like Lev and Yara, I think.
Yeah, Lev and Yara are really cool.
I think they're cool characters, but then the story felt like it didn't fit in the grand story. It felt like a side story, you know?
Well, they're basically like, I mean, not in a bad way, but like they're basically just a narrative path for Abby.
Yeah.
Right? Like
and that made the story like less tight than the first game. The first game was like a super tight story, like it was smooth. Like in this game, it's all over the place. Like it's side story, there's like flashbacks, and
right.
Why do it's so unnecessary? You know?
Yeah, there's more juggling because in the first game, it's just Joel and Ellie.
And then part two, like they add so many elements into her story.
Basically, they try to do way too much, and ended up being less mastered than the first game.
Fair, okay, that's a fair point.
And then the ending of the game, it's like where like most people that didn't like the story, like it's where that they fucking hated the game.
So you're on camp, you didn't like the ending.
The ending was atrocious to me.
Really? Okay, that's interesting.
Like before I reached that part in the beach, I generally paused the game, and I was thinking like this felt like a fan fiction game.
Exactly.
It felt like that story like was so over the top that it didn't match with the first game. It felt like a fan wrote that, and it still felt like the first game was like another universe compared to that game.
Right.
Like in my head, like everyone was still fine on the first game, like it ended here, and then this is like a fucking filler game, you know.
That's interesting. Okay. Okay.
And then the scene on the beach happened, and then I think they should have let you choose at least. Like they should have given you a choice, you know.
I feel like
Because
I mean, the problem with that is then like the next game. I mean, I guess it wouldn't matter.
I mean, Mass Effect did that, right?
Yeah. Actually, it wouldn't even matter. I mean, based on what happens at the end, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because like with some companies, they actually make like they only put that part online to like determine who picked like the most.
Yeah,
the most people killed Abby, or the most people.
Or they can just make 2 parts for the third game.
Well, no, they don't even have to, because again, think about the ending, right?
So this game, I agree. This game has like 2 stories, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So why not do the same for the third game? You have 2 parts, 2 different campaigns.
No, what I mean is they could have had the ending be a choice, and either way, the character comes back at the end to their house. You know what I mean? Like being vague, like.
Yeah.
So they could have done that. Interesting. Okay. All right. That's.
The ending felt super unsatisfying. Like I wasn't satisfied. It didn't feel like an ending. It didn't feel like a closure. It didn't feel like anyone learned anything. It felt like they just suffer for nothing, for no reason. They're just like here to suffer.
Okay.
So I felt like so unsatisfied with the ending. Like not the first game did that, but they did that well.
Right.
But this game, it felt unsatisfying, but in a wrong way.
Okay.
So I was like, after I was thinking about what I played, I was like, did I even enjoy that?
Interesting. Okay. So you're just gonna probably like it less over time, I assume. That's fair.
I don't know. If they add the multiplayer, like I'm gonna jump.
Yeah, sure. All right, Paya, you're our expert here. You've beaten it 3 times. How do you feel? What are your now that you've gotten more of the story context and you found out more and all that stuff? How do you feel?
Yeah, I also read all the collectibles. I have all collectibles and everything.
Nerd. Okay.
So the first time I beat it, then I already gave my all the other thoughts last week.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the first time I beat it, you know, okay, but let's say for example Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Right.
When I beat that, I was like hyped up, like screaming and like.
Yeah, for sure.
The last boss, like I was like standing, jumping, and screaming. So that was like the most hype that probably ever got played in a game, like Final Fantasy Remake. Whereas this game, the ending was like, I'm not even smiling at the ending, but like I'm impressed that they would do that, because like I understand why if someone like for example Last of Us 1, right? Majority, like that's a loved game. It doesn't matter if you love that game. It's a factually fact that most people who play that game love that game, right?
Right.
That's like we all agree on that. And the fact that they did what they did to this game, basically, where they could have basically made a game with a safer route or a safer story, or just please everyone.
Right.
I was just like, I respect that on a cool level, because like, let's say Death Stranding, right? That's also a polarized game, right? Where you either love it or hate it. There's like no, you know, there's not many people who play this Death Stranding.
Yeah, exactly. Death Stranding,
cool.
it's either you love or hate it, really.
Yeah, so most people don't even finish it, and when people finish it, outside of Jeff, he's one of the few people who actually know, actually the only one who finished it and didn't like it. Right. Which is crazy. Because look at you and Johnny, you guys played it.
Yeah, no.
You just can't play it. It's not a game for you.
Yeah.
I had the same feeling here. It was like, I like that it's different, but I would also like, if they did the story in a more safe way, I would also like that.
Right.
So it's like one of those things where I thought about the ending for like 8 hours. Like before I realized I liked it. I was like, I can't really hate on it too much. I actually like it because it's different. But here's the other part. So I played the second time, you get plus everything. And that's when I actually even liked this. Because the first time I played the second half of the game, the first 3 to 5 hours, I was kind of worried. I was like, I just want to play it Ellie again. Right. That was my only fun. And then you get to a part, let's just say the woods. And then from there on, from there I started to enjoy it. Okay. And then where I really like it was the skyscrapers and hospital part. Oh yeah. After that, I really liked it. But to play the second time, I actually enjoyed everything, except like the first hour of the second part. I felt that was too slow. Right. That was like, I mean, they could have been done with the cutscene or something. I don't know. It was like just like, I understand they want to like put there in the shoes and everything. You walk around with them because it feels. Meaning, just feels more personal. Yeah.
Well, they want you to like see that what their life they're living there.
Yeah, they want to see, especially with 2 perspectives, basically. So I like it, but the gameplay wise, everything like that, again, played it first. I played hard and then hard plus, and then I just played moderate to get all collectibles for fun.
Okay.
I just when I play on the normal, I just went in and just I was aggressive. I didn't stealth once. I just aggressively played everything.
Went through everything. Okay. Fair.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I barely had ammo because even on moderate, you don't get that much ammo. But I did manage to aggressively play everything because when I play on Survivor, I plan on doing everything stealth. No aggression because you got no ammo, obviously.
Okay.
So next time I play a game, it's gonna be on Survivor. But I love the gameplay. As I told you last week.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
the gameplay.
Cool.
It's very flexible. It fits
but-
this time. Yeah.
So, do you think the second part should be way shorter, or you think it's perfect?
I think. Okay, this is what I would do. It could have been shorter, about 25%.
Yeah.
I feel like the first half of the second part was like useless.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that part. I mean, the reason why I think it's good is because you go from not liking playing it to like playing it. Basically, it's
No,
very
because
good.
they had the most fun part of the game in the Abbey part. Like the Abbey thing was like 20% human fight and 90% infected.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
80%. I mean, like the most horror part was in the Abbey part.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like
Abby.
part
Yeah.
was like-
Abby's definitely like going down. We're
I
not
feel
gonna.
like if the Abbey part started right when like she was hanging, like in the trailer from the
Oh
E3
right.
thing,
Yeah.
if that started right here, like it would have take away anything, and it would have been way more enjoyable.
I think that's when I actually started enjoying it. I think everything beforehand could have been a big long cutscene, and then you just play as her in front of it. I think that will maybe have the same effect. I'm not sure, but I think it can be an option to have it definitely. Because
That's the first part where you're like, well, Abby is kind of badass anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Exactly. Like,
That's the only part where you feel like that. So just start it here.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean to be like vague with stuff. It's like for me, like the standout moment, like areas with Abby would be like that forest scene, the going down that hotel building or whatever, like going down that building.
That shit was horrifying in a good way.
Yeah, it was horrifying, and like because you have those like the.
I don't know like, if you guys experience it. Like, I knew that, but I forgot about it. Like, I like the first stage infected. They talk.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't really talk. They just say words that they don't
Right.
even comprehend. It's like their brain still like half
exactly.
functioning,
Yeah.
and their brain like just like they're half conscious. They're like
Yeah, 'cause
sad in
they
their
know
body.
they're there, it's
watching
fucked
everything
up.
happen, but they can't do shit.
Yeah.
So like, their brain just make them say words sometimes. That it's not useless word. It's not really like. And then I tried to open the door.
Yeah.
I knew infected was like in there, and I heard who's there. I was like, what
Oh
the
my
fuck?
god. That's.
I
horrifying.
swear to God, I actually got chills when that happened.
Jesus Christ. But even like because they had those like I don't know which one the clickers or whatever that were like stuck onto walls and like they would.
my
Oh
God.
my!
I was
That
like, holy
was a
fuck.
great idea. That
Genius
was a great
idea. Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah,
'Cause, like, they would-
I had some like the one I'm not gonna say where, but there was one that like I was like so chill. There was
Oh,
no
yeah.
sound, like, and then just it jumped me, and I fucking jumped on my seat.
Oh my
Holy
god,
shit.
yeah. Yeah, because some of them were like stuck. Like, is it like with the stalkers in the first game? I don't remember because like they are so fucking creepy. Like they'll just fucking
This game is straight up. It's straight up a horror game now.
yeah.
Like the
Oh, yeah,
first game had like
Exactly.
one or two like section that was a bit like stressful,
Um.
but this game actually has scary parts.
Oh yeah. I mean, it had a very Resident Evil thing where
Yeah.
I turned on my Resident Evil brain where I shot the legs and like they would be like crawling. I was like, oh,
And
that's
I'll
really
be
cool.
part of basically Resident Evil.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Which I
Especially,
actually
man.
liked though. I actually liked.
I mean, the hospital scene was, dude. I
Oh
was
my-
Oh, the boss in the hospital.
I was
Oh,
screaming.
that shit was the evil within. The evil within. 100%.
Dude, yeah, I like I couldn't even believe how shocked I was actually like screaming throughout that fight because that thing just moves unnaturally. It's so I mean I don't want to get into it, but it's like I was like screaming. I was like, what
It's
the
thing
fuck?
that you expect this game to be like realistic to an extent.
Yeah, exactly.
When you see something that looks like this that doesn't even
What the
fit in the Last of
fuck?
Us world, you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, because then the creepiest part is you think you've killed it, and then like it has a thing that pops out of it, and I'm like, I have to deal with two of you. What the
Oh,
fuck?
Patient Zero?
Oh my god, it was yeah.
That's like the first infected ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But no, it's some
That
really
was pretty
creepy horror stuff there. Yeah, I mean, again, for me, like, I actually, like, again, I overall loved it. I thought it was like really great. I'm actually one of the people that I actually really loved the ending. I thought, I agree. Like, it would have been cool to have a choice, but I don't know. I felt like my heart was like, what I didn't like was like that. that final group of people they added. I'm just like, why did you like? We've had so many
Oh yeah,
different
the
squads.
new
I'm like,
clan.
why did you introduce? Yeah, you know the ones
I mean,
that.
they needed a reason for like Abby to not kill. I mean, Ellie to not, you know.
Yeah, no, but what I'm just saying is like, why like a random clan? I'm just like, why didn't you just use a
I
clan
mean,
that
it's
we
the
know about?
apocalypse. There's like random clans everywhere.
Yeah, I know. It's just it made it less.
Different place though. It was
Yeah,
different place.
it just made it less meaningful to like my final basically big encounter in the game was just these randoms I don't give a shit about.
We didn't even know their motives or anything.
Exactly, I know nothing about them. They're just random hunters. So it's like I went through that, and I just like I personally thought like the BC was like really cool. Again, the game. And even the ending was really dope. I really loved that. For me, the gameplay was like, okay, it was cool. It was more Last of Us. It felt more polished and stuff. It was kind of just kind of like that. But again, I really appreciate how many times I was like freaked out throughout it. I really appreciated. I like the narrative choices throughout. I agree the Abby part could have had some parts cut out, like just to make it like tighter. Because I think my final clock was like 22 hours. I didn't take that crazy long with it. I feel like the game could have been like 16 to 17. And it's just they do some really cool stuff with set pieces too. Like there's one that's like really Uncharted, like where like a village is burning down or whatever. Like there's some really cool.
Oh, that was a great part.
Yeah, that was cool. So they really do like have some cool crazy elements. It's like I agree with Jeff too and John where it's like
Like I said in what I said on Twitter, like Naughty Dog proved that they're like one of the most talented studio ever in the game.
Yeah.
Like everything they did was like top notch. I just think that it was led in the wrong direction. So like the problem is not them, it's like higher up, you know.
Right, exactly, yeah. And it's like I agree with you where there are some characters where I'm like it's like Manny, right? I'm like it's like it's like that character is like okay, like why?
Yeah, I was like okay, thanks, I guess.
I like how he cracks jokes sometimes, but overall the character is fucking annoying.
But the problem is like he leaves. It's like you hang out with him.
I mean that's like the problem with most new characters in this game. They're just here to serve a purpose. They don't have any development. They're just empty.
Like Mel, I absolutely hated. Manny sucks ass. Jess,
Mel is the worst character in history.
Yeah, Jess we don't get enough of.
The only person I
Jesse.
actually love is Jesse and Gwen.
Which one's Gwen?
That's the only new characters I like.
Who's Gwen?
Who's Gwen?
Gwen is the what's it called? Abby's lover.
Wait, no, Owen.
Oh, Owen.
You're one letter off, bro. I loved
Owen.
Owen. I really thought Owen was he's actually one of my standout characters in the game. Where he's really just.
I didn't know much about him.
You didn't like him?
I didn't hate him. I didn't feel anything.
Right.
I
I just really liked him because you could just tell he's one of those like. Again, he's kind of like the very just charming whatever character who doesn't really care about what's going on. He kind of just wants to live his life and do like again. These guys were ex-Fireflies, so like he can tell like they've lost purpose with whatever they're doing now. But yeah,
no, you have to kill like someone.
Yeah, exactly. So no, again, a lot of cool story amounts, and it's like I feel like the flashbacks are what like. Are what people expected the game to be, right? The flashbacks that you see are basically like what people thought Last of Us 2 was originally gonna be about. Like that it would be our two characters that we know and love, like just going through our journey with a little more cold attitude and stuff. But
but to be fair though, where they are is basically like the worst part of humanity.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Like the worst. So you can't like technically it would be weird to have two stories where they're just about love and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
but so. Yeah, what were you saying?
I still feel like they went too far into the future with the sequel.
Fair. I get it.
I feel like they should have like almost adult like Ellie, like 17 to 18 Ellie.
Right.
I feel like I don't have a problem with that, but I feel like it's a like in their world, like every day, like it's like a struggle, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like 4 years later, it seems like nothing happened, which is real, you know.
Right. Again,
I'll say though, the big thing why a lot of people like before even the game came out wanted to review bomb and stuff like that is because something happens to a character.
Yeah, exactly.
But to be fair though, like I feel like if which I didn't know about, I only know about.
Well, I mean, yeah, the director, like I was watching a spoiler cast with the director, and he literally said like, he was talking about like, yeah, it's totally fair that people would be mad about that without context. Like he knew, like that's why he was so sad about it. Cause yeah, like we were mad when we saw those spoilers without knowing why the fuck this happened or what's going on. It's like, and obviously you play, you understand a bit more, but it's like, yeah, out of context.
Even me, like I was like, for like a good part of the game, I was like, well, why do that here? You know?
Yeah.
But then obviously a specific scene happens. Where, okay, I was like, okay, I understand. Which I can say it's a very sporty.
Yeah, exactly. So either way, really well made game. Again, they knew they was gonna be the director even said, like I said in that spoiler, I guess he was saying like they knew when they came up with the story and everything that some people would just hate it.
One crazy part about that part is how do I say this? There's a collectible in the first game that will actually hint something happened in this game. So like you gotta think about
drawing.
No, a record message. So you gotta think about did they think about this? Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So you gotta think about did they think about all this? I mean, kind of what they're gonna do a long time ago.
Right.
Which
But didn't the first game have like a different director?
No,
you had the same with like one more person.
Yeah, it was him and Bruce Straley, I think. This time it was just him.
So I think they're gonna make one more game. Obviously, not only because I mean they can, obviously because of sales
super well.
Yeah.
If they make another game, it's just like most likely they're going to have introduce a new character.
The third game's definitely gonna have to like justify its like it has to be special.
That Ellie storyline though.
Yeah, no, Ellie's not done. There's no way.
Much about, like, we still don't know why she's immune. We don't know like what the fuck is going on here. It's like they forgot. It's like a side story.
Well, I mean, not to dive too well. Well, just a quick one, just a quick spoiler thing there at the end, like just tune out for like 10 seconds or something. You know, at the end we know that the Fireflies are reforming, so she might want to actually take her chance and actually, you know, do it. Like go forward and try to help the world.
But the thing is, they might not trust her. It's a fucking spoiler. Fuck.
Right. We'll see. Either way. Anyways, Paya, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I think what you just said. I hope the last game is only about Ellie and her finding peace, basically.
I agree.
So that's what the thing, like, I actually like Last of Us settings, Last of Us world.
Right.
So even like part 3, let's say there's no more Ellie and stuff like that. They can still make they can keep making games here. Like,
right.
Just about
stuff. Okay. The thing is, like, this game was like about survival, right? About surviving the freaking zombies.
It's cycle of violence. That's what they say. It's about the cycle.
Yeah, but the thing is, now that this game it went off the path, you know, it's not about zombies and all that, about research and all that. It's not about the apocalypse. It's about like a story now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this game is like relationships,
right?
With Owen, Abby, Ellie, Dina, and all that stuff. So I feel like Last of Us lost its charm with this a little bit.
Right.
Because now they're just going for full-on story. They're not talking about like story first, zombies later. Like,
Walking Dead, you watch that?
Yeah, I watched
the same shit happened here too.
I stopped watching season 7, I think, or 6.
Yeah,
I feel like they're just using the Last of Us name just to promote a story now.
Fair. Okay, cool. Anyways,
it's kind of hard. Like, if they never make a game, I'm okay. If they make like games more, I'll be okay too.
Well, shit. Well, speaking of games that I want more of, SpongeBob. We got this week SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated came out. Oh man, this is gonna be one that I think we're a lot. I mean, Pi hasn't played it yet, but a lot of us are happy with. So
it's coming.
This game, I'll start this one, right? Because this game, massive part of my childhood. Like, this is the type of game where like I remember it's so. Like, it's one of those games where it's like permanently fresh in my head, right? Where like even playing this like remake of it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to meet this character here, right? Okay, I'm gonna see this boss right now. Okay, you have to do this to get this patch and stuff. It's like it's so ingrained in my head that's like, what's amazing to me about what they did here with this game is like, it's literally 1-to-1 just with a fresh painted coat, fresh coat of paint, and it's like for me, like this is like how I picture, like how it looked to me as a kid, which is crazy. Like it's like very colorful and bright, but obviously as a kid, it's like I assumed that's what it looked like, and that's why I just like really love like looking at like the comparison footage and stuff. And it's like, it's not trying to change anything. It is literally 1-to-1 the same game. You could do probably the same glitches. You could do the same enemy placements and everything. It's like they knew what they were doing with this remaster, rehydrated thing. And like for me, as someone who really loved this as a kid, it's like what I think what I found was really cool is like it really does hold up. Like, you know, there's always that worry that when you play these games again that you played as a kid and loved, that it's just gonna age like shit. But it's like, no, it really is just like a solid, really fun, really simple 3D platformer, and that's why it had such a cult following, and that's why they remade it, right? It's like, it is genuinely like a really fun and really easy to get into game. You can 100% you can just beat it through and have it just a great time. The dialogue is genuinely dumb and funny. It's like one of the few like games that actually explores an area in a cartoon. Like you go to so many of the locations from SpongeBob, and you get those character interactions that you'd expect. It's just like really funny and well done. I want to know you guys, because I have obviously a big like backstory with it. I don't know, how about you guys? I know Jeff, you said, did you play it as a kid or no?
I think it's one of these games that I remember playing multiple times, but I don't even remember where and how.
Okay, cool.
I just know this game existed, and I remember like I remember the part that in the downtown city.
Right. Yeah.
I just remember this part very well. I don't know how.
Fair enough. So what about you? So how'd you feel about it? What coming to it after the first time in a while?
Why are you talking to me?
Yeah. How'd you feel? How'd you feel about SpongeBob Rehydrate? You beat it.
I feel like you see that Mario Odyssey score?
Yeah.
Maybe it should have been SpongeBob.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far to say it's a 97, but
okay, for me it was better than Mario Odyssey. I
Okay.
don't like Mario Odyssey.
Fair enough.
Oh wow.
That's fair.
I had fun. It wasn't easy as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
I think it's because I love SpongeBob, but like every every word was like interesting to me.
Right.
Like, it looks so nice, and like I like being in that world. I like the when I was playing for the first time, I like the fucking hype of like unlocking a new world.
Right.
And seeing how everything looks here. It was very fun to play. Like Patrick plays great. Sandy is OP as shit.
Sandy's obviously the best choice.
SpongeBob is a character that does everything kind of.
Yeah, well, he has the special abilities that you need. Like he has like the bubble bowl and the rocket jump and everything.
Yeah, overall, I really love. I 100% it. I love this game.
That's good. Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed your time with it. All right, Johnny, how about you? You've never played this as a kid, so how was your like perspective on this? As just a fan of like SpongeBob, but never playing it.
So the critics gave this game like a little score of like 2 out of 5, right?
2 out of
Honestly, this game's like
2 out of 10.
it's like an 8.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it's
actually,
8
no. The average score is like 7.
Yeah, the average is 7s and 8s. Honestly, it really is that GameSpot score that fucked it up.
Yeah, that's what the score.
Like, I feel like this game, even though people say like the controls are really solid. I actually really like them. Besides the rocket, like the rocket is shit. I hate it.
Yeah, the rocket controls like ass.
But the game is really like it's not a difficult platformer for anyone who wants
not
to
at all.
play it. Like it's a solid $30 game that I'll pay more for.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's like it really is just like a solid, dumb, fun platform. Like you're not like thinking like it's like you're not really thinking about, oh, how am I gonna, like with Mario and other platformers, you got to think like, okay, what specific, like I got to jump on this Goomba to get through this enemy to get through this hoop, where it's like, or jump on this like obstacle, whereas here it's more like I'm just going through the level and experiencing the level and stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I really like the game.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm almost at the end. I'm in a weird way. I like taking my time with it because it's like a lot of nostalgia to take in. So I go through it piecemeal, but I'm almost done. So I'll probably have it done in a few days. But really do recommend it to you guys. Any of you are like, even like, I'd say having an affinity to SpongeBob would be enough for you to want to get this game. Like if you don't, if you don't like SpongeBob, if you don't like SpongeBob, it's like. It's a harder sell, I'd say, but it's very rare that someone doesn't like SpongeBob, I guess. But it really is. Yeah, I don't know who doesn't like SpongeBob, but it's like it really is just like a dumb, fun platformer that it really does age super well. Again, it has this is the type of game it has no right being as good as it is. it does everything it wants to do super correctly. It's weird, it's dumb, and all that stuff. There's some, like I said, obviously there's some stuff that doesn't age super well, or some enemies that are just flat out annoying and stuff. But overall, just like really solid stuff. Definitely worth it. Cool. And it's like what? Yeah, in the US it's like $30. Even for me, it's just like 40. So really, they did a good job on the pricing and stuff too. Fair enough. All right, cool. So I think that's it for game talk. Now let's get into some of the notable news of the week. So some of these, like I'll pick some of you to talk about. So let's go Min Min. So Johnny, I didn't get, because I've talked about it on a million podcasts and stuff. How did you feel about Min Min's reveal and all that?
I loved it. Like we knew it was gonna be Arm's character, right?
Yeah.
And we knew it was gonna be Min Min because of that
Popular
that big tournament thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So I feel like I was hyped, even though I already knew who it was. The trailer was so good.
Yeah, it was amazing.
But I feel like this character's gonna be annoying as fuck. Like,
we're gonna find out tomorrow.
Especially like even if you block or counter, it doesn't like what's it called? There's no fuck. What was the word you're thinking of? You have no chance to attack her basically,
right?
Because she just retracts her arm and she keeps on fighting,
right?
So I feel like the only way to fight her is from long range or get really close.
You have to get really close for sure, yeah. Like this is a character where the arms are up. You're gonna. That's a new. I mean, Sakurai even says in the presentation, but
that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I'm love this character, but I won't play her a lot.
Okay.
I already know people be like, oh, fake main. So I'm gonna stick with Corey for now.
All right, fair enough.
Cool. And then I'll start playing her a little bit.
Payo!
Yeah.
How do you feel about Min Min from ARMS joining Super Smash Bros. Ultimate?
That's Sandra, right?
What? No, it's not Sandra. Her name is Min Min.
Yeah, no, but like her real name is Sandra.
No, she owns a ramen shop. You know, she's a nice girl.
Either way, when you asked me last time about this, I actually thought it was gonna be her because she was yellow.
Exactly. She's cool as shit, dude. Oh my god, alright, cool. But Jeff, I know you don't really care, but I know you watched the gameplay trailer and you seemed like you enjoyed it, so what do you think?
Okay.
Alright, you're an okay. Alright, next up. Alright, let's talk about here's a Jeff topic. Tales of no surprise, Tales of Arise is delayed.
Tales of no surprise?
Tales of no surprise, that's what I called it. How do you feel about this delay, Jeff? Did it hurt you? Were you expecting it?
I'm not surprised. Like, we haven't seen shit from this game, so I feel
I'm okay with it. I want them to make the best. Like, this is obviously the next big step for Tales of games.
Right.
Like, we enter in a stage right now where JRPGs are like epic. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're top
like
tier.
the games that are like of bigger scale. Like, you have shit like Dragon Quest 11 now. Obviously, you have Xenoblade that's still in the middle between between low budget and high budget.
Right.
I mean, this game is like, it's like a personification of the next step for JRPGs.
Right. It looks really sick.
The combat is amazing. The world is amazing. The graphics are mind blowing. So I want them to give everything they have. So like, I'm okay with it. They can delay it as much as they want. At least I want a great game.
And at least that means it'll probably be optimized for next gen consoles, so that'll be good.
I mean, I'm gonna get it on PC anyway.
Yeah, I know. Just for anyone else that cares about it. All right, cool. So that's Tales. Next one. Here's one we can all talk about. Cyberpunk. So we had the first Cyberpunk presentation that happened. We got a new trailer. We got preview events that came out of it. They spent an annoying amount of time on the detective mode that we don't need to talk about. But let's talk about everything else. Cyberpunk. So let's go. Paya, how about you? How did you feel about this? And did you watch any of the previews or just the trailer?
I watched the whole thing. First I watched the trailer late, and then the day after I watched everything, like
previews and
talking
stuff.
all that.
Yeah, I actually haven't gotten a chance to check out previews, so I want to know your thoughts.
I don't know. I haven't pre-ordered the game because I don't know where I'm gonna play it honestly yet. But I did pre-order 2 statues. That's like I think this game. Okay, let's just put it like this, right? We, for the longest time now, there's been like a huge gap of good RPG first-person view games. There hasn't been. What was the last time you got a good first-person
like
Skyrim?
It's been a while, right? I mean, it was back in PS3 era when people still liked Bethesda, where Fallout 3 and New Vegas and
Vegas,
like
yes.
So
I mean, this gen, Fallout 4 was just like okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds, yeah, people like it. It's not like
People don't love it.
yeah, people don't
like
love it.
Yeah, they do. I've seen a lot of people love it.
Yeah, but like Cyberpunk's
yeah.
gonna blow it.
Cyberpunk's where
Yeah.
it falls in the holy shit category.
Yeah. So I think that's what like one of the things I'm excited about. It's like a game that it's gonna do. I think it's gonna be so good in a genre that it's needed desperately right now.
Right. Well, not
So
just
that
that,
is-
again, like the setting is so rare. Like we just don't get that kind of.
But not only that, it's so deep. Like you get a backstory. You have 3 backstories to choose from, and what you choose actually matters where and how you start.
Right.
That's big. That's like usually nowadays they just customize your character. It doesn't matter how you customize where or when. You all get the same backstory, and just go out there and kill people.
Right.
Here's like they actually told like before you even start the game, you already have like a huge backstory. Like it's gonna not everyone's gonna have the same experience, especially how we play the game. It's just gonna be matter.
I feel like you can repeat that game 10 times and never have the
Oh
same
yeah,
experience.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
we saw that from like that demo they did last year, where like they were showing a
You
mission.
know that feeling when you're a kid and you still don't understand mechanics in game and you think like everything is possible. I'm sure like everyone as a kid tried to fly away in San Andreas because
Right.
they thought they could change country. You did that too, like with a plane. You thought you can
exactly.
switch country in San Andreas. So like you see that mindset you have as a kid, like everything can happen because like video games are infinite.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the first actual game that does that. Like
Right.
every can change your entire experience.
Now, all that they've been like from last year. What's that event called in August? I forgot.
Which one?
In Germany.
Oh, Gamescom.
Like-
Gamescom.
Gamescom. Yeah, Gamescom. One mission, right? They did it like they went in gun blazing, but they were like your actions would be different, and the story would kind of be a little bit different.
Right.
Choice by choice, depending on if you go stealth, gun blazing, or if you do a different path
Right.
in the house. Like they did front side, we go from the top, the roof building, and that's not it's so used to me because sure, one mission doesn't matter much, but what if like you always do one mission specific way, or you change it up all the time?
Right.
You're gonna get different choices, different characters. You're gonna build different relationships, and that's like what RPG games is about, and it's FPS. And like the one thing, I think, pure fun wise, I think Borderlands, for me at least, is very fun to play.
Right.
There's so many guns. This game feels like that, but even better. How much customizing you do.
Well, this game like also just looks like
And
right.
And this is just nitpick that I love it is that you can actually drive in 3D. That's like I hate driving in first person. I just do.
I hate it. Yeah, I agree with you.
So I'm very happy.
I'm glad they did that. Yeah, I mean the thing about the game is it looks fucking cool. Like it's the game you literally look at.
The fucking setting is just so badass.
Exactly, the setting where it's like this neon Japan inspired kind of like futuristic city with like all these fucking gangs and these different like cities. Like there's like the rich people, the slums, and all that.
I don't see how. I mean, because they have so many styles, I don't see how anyone, unless you're RPGs, how you can, like if you're a fan of RPGs, how can you hate this?
Right.
Basically,
No,
because
like,
that's everything.
So if that, with that said,
Yeah, Johnny.
I feel like a lot of people get turned off by it because like I saw it in like the Cyberpunk Twitter, right? Everyone asked, "Is there a third person mode? Is there a third person mode?"
If you play on PC, you can have a mod that changes that.
Yeah, but the thing is, a lot of people are not gonna buy it on PC. Go play on next.
But we're gonna do that. So
Yeah,
why
but
would-
like,
Yeah, we are, but like a lot of people.
Sometimes what people feel on Twitter doesn't matter. Like it doesn't really matter what people say on Twitter.
No, but the thing is, I'm saying that because I'm one of those people. Like
Right.
that's the one.
But
That's
you're gonna
the
buy it on
biggest
PC, so
turn-off for me.
why do you care?
The thing is, I have to wait then. People that can have like day one mods for third person. It's gonna be like at least like.
You're gonna play that game multiple times, right?
Yeah, of course.
And you're
But I
gonna
feel
play
like
the first thing, and
No,
then at the time you play second time, gonna be mods.
no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to explain. I explained that like even though like everything about the game is amazing, like I love it, but the only thing like that. Like I just hate first person
That's
first
fair.
person
That is
RPGs.
that is a fair
Like-
like thing. Like a
Well,
lot of
the
people.
thing, the amount of like things you can unlock, customize, you can fly, you can be a spider, like you're gonna
Be
be
a spider?
You can,
The thing is like you have all the customization, but you can't even see them. Yeah, you can see them in like some cutscenes, not all of them, in the mirror. Yeah,
Wait, did
But
you
you
I mean,
can't
you know,
see
like
them.
you don't only like you don't change your outfit only for yourself, right? Like
Yeah, I know that. Like you change your looks to like to make everyone how you like basically show everyone how you look. Like basically how you look is how people
If you're
treat you.
dressed like a punk, like in your quest, people are gonna treat you like a punk. You know, it changes like your perspective, like the thing you wear.
Yeah, I know that, but like they give you all these customizations that like you can't even see yourself.
Well, Jeff, did you
That's
say
like-
you can be a spider?
I mean, can have spider arm and run on the wall.
Okay.
It's so
Oh,
much.
really? Jesus. I was like, wait.
Yeah,
can
because
you,
I feel like with the aspects, it'll be so much better in third person though.
You can have spider arms. You can fly. You can shoot rockets with your hands. You can
Yeah.
fucking have blade hands. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, again, I listen, I really do think Giants, like, I think they definitely had, like, a big debate in the studio whether to make this first person or third person. And I think
even if there's no mods, I think the studio themselves, studio project, right, they're gonna add the third person like updates at some point.
I don't even, like, I honestly think the way the gameplay is designed, they have it centered around first person. It's like, that was so, I can guarantee you there were so many meetings and discussions about that because, like, that, like, they know that's good, that made, even the first time we saw gameplay, everyone's like, oh, wait, is it first person? It's like, they know that's like it's not controversial, obviously, first person shooters are massive, but it's like, they knew that would be a big departure from what people expect from them.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, when did we start acting like third person shooter run good?
Exactly, yeah, so I think it'll be
I think when it comes to that, people just need to wait and play it.
yeah,
for
exactly.
judging.
I
At
agree.
least 5 hours.
Yeah.
Again.
The previews are fucking. They're all excellent. They all
Right.
say it's fun and shit.
Yeah, were they all in love with it? Because I haven't gotten a chance to watch any yet.
They are what?
What did they say? Because I didn't get a chance to watch any yet.
All the previews are excellent. Not
Okay.
good, not great, excellent.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because like
The only negative was like the investigation
Yeah.
part we saw. That it's kind of slow and boring.
Yeah.
yeah,
But that's
because
okay. It's investigation. Okay,
Because
okay.
of
We're
I-
not going to
like-
change that because everyone said that it's like the only bad part.
Mm.
yeah, because like I love Borderlands like a lot, but the thing is with Borderlands, that's like a loot and shoot.
Right.
It's like not like a full on story game like this one is.
Mm. Fair.
So
No.
I feel like being the first person all the time would get kind of like boring for me. But I'll say though, I'm still buying the day one. I'm still
Right.
like hyped for it.
Yeah,
Sure, like they all thought that shit. If it was third person, people would just say, "Oh, it's Witcher, but Cyberpunk."
I mean,
You know people.
you
you
see a
know.
lot of people love Witcher.
Yeah, but they're just gonna say like, "Oh, why are you happy? It's just Witcher, but Cyberpunk."
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like,
Oh, because like with Witcher, it's like Witcher's like medieval and third person, but this was like futuristic, like
Right.
in Cyberpunk. Like people,
Yeah, but like,
it was
Right, I
more
remember
fond
when
of
Red Dead
Cyberpunk than-
Redemption 1 was out, people say just GTA but cowboy.
that's true. People did say that, but it isn't. That is very
Yeah,
true.
it's own thing.
Before release, everyone was saying GTA Wild Western, and it's not nothing like it.
Right.
Exactly. At least the first one.
Yeah. And like
That's
I was gonna say,
That's-
yeah, I'm just so excited to finally play it. And they also announced they're making an anime. Trigger Studio.
Oh,
They're
Crazy.
doing it. We have our
this is
resident
gonna be so cool.
our resident animator here, Jeff. How'd you
I
feel
think
about
they-
this?
I think they actually confirmed the amount of episodes.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Well, how much is it?
Let me double check. I think it
Alright.
was 7 or 10.
Oh, interesting. Jeff, do you think 2022 is like a little too late, or do you like? What do you think?
No. Like Witcher, to this day, Witcher still talk about.
That is very true. That is very true.
Like
No,
even
no.
even like the Witcher show, it relaunched the entire Witcher hype again.
That is
Like
very
I
true.
feel like this anime gonna do the same thing.
Well,
Here's
not-
the thing, right?
Yeah, what you're gonna say.
The reason why it's smart, because usually the first year a game sells X amount of copies.
Yeah.
The second year it sells about 40% of the first year.
Mhm.
And when you look at Witcher 3, right, before that event, it usually sold about 2 or 3 million the year after.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
show boosted it up, so it sold 7 million in. Okay, before that, it sold 2 million until that point that year.
Right.
In December, it sold 5 million
Jesus.
copies because of the show. And we don't even know general numbers. We don't have no idea.
Yeah. Well, not
And
yeah.
it's super smart because it keeps the game in your mind. Because 2020 we're gonna have Cyberpunk the game,
Yeah.
the extension probably.
And multiplayer.
2022
Well,
we're gonna have
oh,
the anime, so it
yeah.
keeps it stays in your mind, you know.
Yeah, well, I think the big part we're gonna have in 2021 is the multiplayer, right? They're hyping up this big multiplayer mode that they're making for the game, so that's gonna be like the 2021 app. And of course, they said there's gonna be single player expansions too. Obviously, like
Yeah, at least two.
Yeah,
Two.
of course.
Especially
They-
like Witcher.
But we're probably gonna have content in 2022.
yeah, no, this game is definitely gonna be like this is gonna be like a game that's just we're gonna be playing throughout next gen. I really do think they're gonna be updating the game constantly.
They're gonna support that game. You just know that
Yeah,
they're gonna
for sure.
support.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Witcher, where like it's gonna be so
I think it's gonna be
successful.
even more supported than Witcher.
Yeah, 'cause
No,
it's
I mean
easier
like Witcher, for example. They have expansions, and then like they combine them, and then TV shows. Here's like, okay, there is more from Witcher, and they're like they know how to keep a game alive all the time. So this
Exactly.
game is gonna just keep selling and selling, and
Yeah.
as it keeps selling, they can keep supporting it. So
right.
that's all gonna make it.
Yeah, there's 10 episodes of the anime.
Okay, and I'm sure they'll make like a second season if it does well. Do we know if it's I don't know if anyone knows this. Is it an original story or is it based on?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's
in
original.
the world.
It's in the world,
game, but it's original.
Okay, that's cool. Well, I like that because it means that world, like I would love if that world just has so many just different characters and factions and stuff that I'd love to just see different stories of throughout, you know? Like that's what sounds really exciting to me. Let's see. All right. So was Jeff saying something? I have no idea because it shows his. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. Cool. All right. So, anyways, so Cyberpunk looks fucking nuts. Again, we still have to wait a while for it, but here we are. All right. Next one. We'll spend 2 seconds on this. Pokemon Unite was revealed and it looks like ass and fuck you. So I'm not gonna talk about that. Animal Crossing finally got an announced update. They're finally adding swimming and diving. So I'm very excited for that. There's gonna be some new furniture items, some new
Did you take a shit inside the water?
You know, you can shit in the game, so maybe you could shit in the water. I will.
Okay.
I'll let you know. Again, this is the kind of update we definitely like needed. It's not like a crazy update, but at least it's something notable because there's new collectibles there. It's a way to hang out with your friends.
Planet 1.
Huh?
It reminds me of Little Big Planet 1 because like the first year everyone was saying, "Oh, add water," and they announced an update of like a free water you can swim. Now
Right.
everyone was using their shit.
Jesus. Well, this thing it's a returning feature. People were wondering when they were gonna add it. Makes sense. Obviously, that's a summer event. We're getting this in July and then another one in August. So obviously they're supporting this game. It's still massive. So I can't wait to check that out. Hopefully they add some quality of life fixes that we've been asking for. Because again, I love the game. I want excuses to play more and customize my town more. So cool shit there. Then let's talk about, I guess me, Johnny, and Pi will talk about this because we watched it. The Avengers Showcase. So the Avengers game had its first kind of showcase thing. Apparently they're going to do multiple. Yeah, I mean, honestly,
I'm not hyped. All my hype just went out the window. Like,
yeah, that because here's my thing, right? This is the type of game where I feel like every time they've shown it, I'm like, listen, it's still in development, it's still early, they've still got time, they're still gonna upgrade and stuff. It's like this showcase to me felt like, all right, never mind. This is gonna be, to me, this game is gonna be Destiny, where year one it's gonna be okay, and there's gonna have a crowd that really loves it. Obviously, it's going to sell way more because it's Avengers. And then year 2 and 3, it'll be like the best way to play it because like they will have fixed so much. There's going to be so many more heroes. There's going to be new areas. So overall, for me, it's like, I don't know. It looks okay. Like it doesn't look bad to the point where like I don't want to play this, but it just looks like, it doesn't look like anything notable for an Avengers game that was announced in like I was in fucking college when it was announced. Like that was maybe 6 years ago. I remember there was that first teaser.
It's excited when they add Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, I think they said Spider-Man is a post-launch character, but still, like, yeah, I don't know. Pi, what did you think?
I'm still interested, but I'm not as hyped because I actually went back and watched some of the old stuff, like just better quality. It's not
Exactly, obviously, yeah.
I went back to watch the gameplay, and I think I'm gonna get it on Black Friday when it's like $40 or 40 euros, whatever, and play it on PS5 because obviously it's gonna be 60 frames and all that. And I think by then it's gonna be a little bit better. Than it's now. And I think I'm gonna have fun with it, but I don't think it's gonna be anything special. I think it's gonna be of the PlayStation, Xbox, PC. I think it's gonna be like the Switch game, Ultimate Alliance, which just you play it maybe with friends, have fun, and that's it. I don't think it's gonna be like Batman or Spider-Man games where like it's a memorable, amazing game.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it's gonna
I was off topic, but I was thinking if they add Spider-Man, are we even going to enjoy it? Because like you have next to that you have the Spider-Man on PS5 game that probably the best swinging ever, and then you're gonna have probably a worse web swinging here. So like I don't know if we're going to enjoy it.
imagine how smooth playing as Miles Morales is going to be, and then Spider-Man here. That's why I have no hopes for Spider-Man.
Yeah,
It's
because the biggest issue is like, so they spent so long on Thor's gameplay. It's like, it just like the hammer felt so like janky. The sound was the hits just felt non-impactful. It just felt like
because
really, yeah.
So I'm gonna say this again, my game development skills and knowledge. So basically, of how they're animated, they're just frame by frame moves, and also that it's like when Thor swings his hammer, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't like fly forward. He's just static. He just stands there with swing. So like that's how the impact can be fixed by adding more animation between.
Yeah.
But again, like Fidel said on the stream, like this game isn't meant to like work with every outfit.
Exactly.
So they don't want
they
to make
can't,
these complex movements.
Exactly. They can't because it's different outfits. They're doing they have like character dances and stuff. So like they can't like really, they have to work with like the rigid body specific movements, and they can't like craft insane animations for everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah. So either way, it's sad that it looks a little disappointing. No delay, which I was very shocked about. They're sticking to September 4th. So yeah, again,
They will have a beta though.
Yeah, they will have a beta. I assume it'll be like late July or August.
The thing is, the beta will be too soon before the release. So like everything that's good, all like the criticism about the beta is going to affect the actual release.
Yeah, so there we are with that. So anyways, also I didn't realize on my random thing on my computer, I have that wallpaper of the Smash characters like in the mural just moving. It randomly updated and now it has Min Min on it. So random, really cool thing. The last thing though, so last week we talked about the leaked, the screenshots of Crash, but we finally got our official trailer for Crash 4. I think. I haven't seen a single person not be fucking hyped for this. I mean, I think we could go around till it's good, but I mean, Crash fucking 4. First of all, holy shit, it's Crash 4. 1998 was the last time we got a true, like, obviously we've gotten a bunch of Crash spin-out stuff, but like, it was 1998 where Crash 3 apparently came out. But man, Crash 4, first of all, getting crazy views. Like on PlayStation's channel, it has 3.1 million. So probably if you look overall with different uploads and all that, it probably has like 5+ million views. And obviously the hype for Crash is out there. But man, this game looks just so colorful and it's everything I always said I like. Whenever, because especially after Insane shows, you were all like, okay, it's logical that they got to make team racing if they're godly, and they got to make a Crash 4. And what I always wanted from Crash 4 was just make that kind of game, but just, modernize, more creative levels, more open like areas, because obviously in Crash, like the levels are really tight and small in the corridors. So just make things a little bigger, but keep that core. It does sound. Jeff, how about you? You're the resident Crash expert here. How'd you feel?
I think you know that, but like I'm saying for the audience, when the announced Crash was outside with friends.
Oh yeah, right. That's how you were in your.
I saw like on my time. I saw all these Crash troll things and was like, oh my god! And then as I look at the trailer, and the first thing I saw is a dinosaur.
Right, of course.
I lost my mind so hard. You don't even know. Like,
of course you did.
I wanted Crash 4 for so long, and it never happened. I just gave up hope for it.
Yeah.
I was like content with the remakes, and was like, okay, I'm good. I got my Crash 3. I can replay this game over and over.
Right.
And then they go ahead and announce Crash 4. I was like, oh my god, does that mean you're gonna have Spyro 4?
Oh, they definitely will. They know what they're doing, bro. Like it's.
Spyro too.
Like we're in a golden timeline, man. Everyone is here, right? Like Mario is relevant, Crash is relevant, Ratchet and Clank is relevant, Sackboy's coming back. We have Spyro relevant. It's like. Jack and Dexter. Well, maybe it's just like Sonic's still right. It's like the fact that everybody, all the platformers here, just makes me so happy, dude. Like as someone who's like favorite genre is.
Like, it says they're making a comeback next gen,
Exactly. Yeah. Well, this gen we kind of saw like because for a while it was just Mario and Sonic. Everything else kind of faded into the background, and indies took over platforming too. But now it's just all these companies realizing, no, we could. People give a fuck about these mascot characters. Crash Insane Trilogy sold godly well. Spyro sold super well. All these platformers are just coming back, and it just feels good to have. But yeah, this game just looks so creative in the level design. I love how you have these like power armor suits that you wear that give you these cool abilities. One of my favorites was like this ability where you can, like, let's say these platforms are following, you can stop time so that they stop moving, so you jump over them. Obviously, they're keeping the thing of like having a bunch of cool death animations. Cortex is playable, which it's not the first time, but really cool. Yeah, man, it just looks super expressive and fun. I don't know, like, I love it. Paya, do you, Giant, are you excited for this? Did you like the trailer?
I'm super excited. I love the first one.
And it's this year. Like, that's what's so cool.
What do you mean the first three?
Oh, the first
the first reboot.
Yeah.
I
I played this on PS1, all three. So.
Yeah, I remember.
Because as a kid, I didn't get to play them. You know, I was a Nintendo guy, and I only played Final Fantasy and fucking Kingdom Hearts on PlayStation. So playing the Insane Trilogy was I loved it. So I'm hyped for this one.
Yeah, it looks fucking awesome. And it's this year, October. It's like this year, man. Again, as shitty as it can be for the real world, like for games, it's just amazing. Like at the end of this year, when we do our like top 10 games of the year, and there's the game awards and all this, it's gonna be.
If we make it to the end of the year,
Jesus,
everyone's got their game. That's true. They're fighting
nuclear
fucking things. What the fuck?
Yeah, in America, Corona spiked up
last
again.
year, everyone had like their games, except AAA. Now this year it is the same year, but there's AAA games.
Exactly. Well, I mean, the thing is, we're gonna make it to the end of the year. Johnny, we can't promise with the state of America.
I don't know about me.
So we'll see, and Noah too, I guess. Oh, Noah wasn't here. Shit, I have to pretend I'm shit. Who can do a Noah line?
I'm Noah.
Noah.
Guys, okay.
I'll enjoy my time with it.
I played some Tekken 7 on PC, and it was so good. I had 200 frames, and my frames were so good. It was like going up and up and up. I was like,
All right. Well, on that note, I think we're gonna end it. We actually went over it, which is good. So,
wait,
guys,
no.
What else?
Wait.
What?
Last segment.
What?
Last
Oh
segment.
shit! It's true. Fun facts with Storm Your Fun facts with Storm Your
Four.
So, Jeff, what is your fun fact of the week? Give it to us.
My fun fact of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So in Ratchet & Clank 2 on PS2,
yes,
you can see a giant poster of Jak and Daxter in the city.
Oh.
It was a nod to the Jak and Daxter series for Naughty Dog on PS2.
Okay.
Because you see Jak and Daxter character in Ratchet & Clank 2, so it's a nod.
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Oh, you get it? Naughty?
Nod.
Yeah.
I don't like
it's
this
a
anymore.
fun fact.
I don't like
Hey,
this
get it?
anymore.
Hey, get it when you're killing Naughty Dog in the game.
I got it. Thank you all for watching.
Yeah,
We'll see y'all.
the game is really naughty.
I'm gonna end this podcast now. I'm ending this podcast now. I don't want this conversation anymore. Goodbye, everybody.